want to see me kick the fucking gazelle off?
Yeah, do it.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yo.
What is up, guys? We are back
with an update.
With a nice little update to this video, because this is like pretty much a continuation from our Facebook Marketplace deal that we ended up doing recently. If you guys haven't watched it, go check it out, of course, because it was a pretty good video that we ended up shooting. But like I said, this is a continuation from that one. But before we get into that, should we give an update on the first one?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. So actually, yeah, on the bulk purchase of that video, I think we spent like $4,000, right?
Yeah, so if you wanted to include like at the end, like when we started showing those sambas, or in the beginning actually, when we started showing those sambas, I think it was like around like 44 or 45.
I meant without the sambas and stuff.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. So around 4.
So for all the regular shoes that we originally came there for, it was around $4,000. We're a little over 1,000 in sales after fees right now. And then I think we have like another like 6,000 or 7,000 in listings.
It's crazy how it's only around like 1,000 in listings though, just because, I mean, 1,000 in sales, just because we've sold so many. I feel like I've been picking them every single freaking day, like 3 to 4 pairs every single day. To me, I'm shocked. I'm actually fairly shocked. I didn't think this deal was going to pan out this well because of how fast like certain things are selling. So again, kind of surprised that we're only at $1,000 in sales.
Well, you feel that way because we scheduled them out. So the listings went up slower than they were selling.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But then on top of that, besides obviously the listings we have left, you can see a couple more still up there. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit behind Chris. We've been running them on Whatnot, giving out some steals and deals. Yeah.
Should we talk about that a little bit?
Sure.
Well, of course, that's kind of the eyesore right here on this rack, because that's not what we're talking about here. But what Jay's talking about, we do Whatnot. We're on there, of course. Our link should be down below. Check us out, because we do streams every single week, and we run stuff like this at $1. Stuff like that at $1. And even this at $1, guys. So check us out, because you might end up getting a complete steal. And plus, you might see me cry if this sells for $1.
And you might see some stuff in this video at $1 as well. But
yeah, I think we were thinking about putting something like this away for Whatnot. Even something like this one, right, for Whatnot. So guys, check us out. Bookmark our shows, because you guys might be in there when we put these up for $1.
And if you're lucky, you might get it for $1.
I hope you don't, though.
But yeah, the first deal did pretty well, so we'll get into the second deal for you guys.
Yes, sir. We kind of talked about it before. He said he had a couple extras, and he was like, oh, if you were willing to come back down, we can always come back down. He said it was around like 20, 30 pairs. Turns out to be like, what, 80 pairs?
I think it was like 84.
84 pairs, so worked out for both of us, which is pretty cool.
Just to keep it clear, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely not those.
Yeah,
it's definitely not any of those. Some of those were from last time, actually. But
yeah,
it's everything in the middle. It's a little stack over here.
But like I said, we ended up coming to an agreement for a certain price, and we kind of just wanted to show you guys the pairs that we ended up getting. Look at this. Some of the classics that, you know, they kind of constructed with a bigger platform. Different colorways, though.
Check out those SKUs. I'll see all the Sambays.
I wouldn't say they're like the hottest selling like SKUs.
Got some Gazelle Bolds.
The colorways are pretty good on there. I mean, look at this right here, real quick. That's a classic. Just pointing at that one. Of course, this just sells like hotcakes. This is, you know, Nike's Air Force One. That's their Samba right there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't keep something like that in stock. Even like this right here. Of course, the black and then the white.
I remember back in the day, we had hundreds of those. Can't even touch those anymore.
Oh my God. Back in the day, we used to get them for like $30. Yeah. Now I'm cool with buying 100 pairs at 70 per. Like, that's just how it is now. It's tough to find those on sale. Actually, this was a random one right here. Remember when we bought 500 pairs of these?
And we still have 100?
We bought like 500 pairs. No, we don't have that many. We bought like 500 pairs of these 2 years ago at $40 or $35, somewhere around there.
It was 40.
And we've been slowly selling out of them, and I think we're literally down to our last, like, I don't know, 50. So pretty cool, because that shoe literally sells every single day for us. Like, this is probably what's keeping our go-to count alive. It's just selling these literally every single day. More Sambas, though. Different colorways. I think we bought these originally, too, in our first deal.
Yeah, if you guys check out our last video, what'd we get the first time? We only grabbed 30 pairs or 40 pairs?
Give or take, it was whatever was in that storage unit at that moment.
No, it was 20. It was like 20 pairs.
Yeah. It was whatever was in that storage unit. Because, of course, we weren't coming for stuff like this. We didn't even know he had stuff like this. We always thought it was just, like, you know, stuff that you guys saw, the $20, $30 pairs. let's take a look right here. Damn, this one's actually pretty nice. Little velvet, velour, whatever you call that. Very nice. What do these go for?
I think it was like 70, 75 bucks. Nothing crazy. They're all like pretty consistent all day sellers, but they're not anything that sells super super high or anything like that.
But super fast like this, right? I'm assuming this is a super fast seller.
Clean.
Super clean. Can't go wrong with it. The Women's Air Force One. Another bold right here too. Let's see the color on this one.
That's a little crazy.
Just a bunch of velours here, huh?
I didn't even know that is velour. Right? It's like velvet, yeah.
And going back to those, like I said, the classics with a different sole on them. Different colorway. We got some kids ones too. Like over here. Again, the classic, new colorway. Not bad on those. And then looking at the classics, how these are. Of course, the Sambays. What do you think about this overall deal, though?
That's pretty good. I mean, like we talked about last time, when you do good business, it usually comes back around. Like that Facebook deal, we went there for a bunch of crappy shoes to pay $20 a piece. We wound up leaving with 20 pairs, paying much more than that, but better stuff. And then the guy was like, "Oh, come back." And it's funny because Chris actually forgot to communicate with him pretty well. And it took like 2 weeks, and then he wasn't answering.
Man, we're so backed up with work. We've had so many deals like within that every single day I'd be like, I gotta hit him back up. And we finally got into communication again, and that's where we're at right now. And
when we pulled up, he's like, "You guys gotta take it all," and we're like, "Okay." And he gave us a better deal than the first time. And we're like, say less. That's good business right there.
Yeah, of course. And again, once you do good business, it continues. And as we were talking there, he had an Ultra Boost, and he's like, "Are you interested in these?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably." And he's like, "I might have like another 70 to 80 pairs. If we work something out, you want to come back down? Done deal."
I think we're going next week.
Yeah, I think we're going a week or two just to give him a little bit extra time to make sure he can gather everything around. But like I said, it's just always about doing good business. Never penny pinching. Never going for that extra dollar. If you're comfortable at 40, just pay the 40. Never just try to be like, "Oh, I want to pay 35. I want to pay 30. Nah. Sometimes I've done that in the past, of course. Maybe we've lost some deals over it, but at this point on where we're at with our business, I mean, can't really complain about it. Like I said, you can't really penny pinch anymore.
No, not for $1.
Nah, not one bit. But we didn't really talk about it too much. I mean, a couple of these we are going to put up on eBay. For the most part, we're going to probably dump these all at GOAT.
Yeah, they move too quick. They're pretty, I'd say very, desirable SKUs.
Yeah. Not to say that they wouldn't sell quick on eBay, because, I mean, of course, like, if you guys are looking into buying a shoe like this and you're like, should I only put it on GOAT? Nah, like, there's multiple platforms that you can put it on. I mean, you can even put it on Poison. That will sell anywhere. Yeah, you can put, like I said, you can even put this on Poison. Like, you can put this on multiple apps. Our thing is the spacing, and we need to get this shit out here because we have so much stuff back into our queue that we have to get through. So,
and this is our whatnot rack, so this needs to be cleared out.
Exactly, because like I said, we do have a show.
We have a show tomorrow, and this all needs to go now. So it depends on your situation.
Yeah, pretty much. If you can hold out on it, I'm pretty sure we could probably get like $100 for these. But
I think honestly, most of the Gazelle Bolds sell for a little bit more on eBay than they do on GOAT.
Yeah,
like they were like 90, 99 plus eBay off, and then on GOAT they're like 70, 75 plus shipping. And obviously, the shipping don't help us on GOAT.
This aside, even like when we would get the Bolds at the outlets, even without the box, we would always put those on eBay, and those would sell fairly quick. I mean, immediately once they're listed, you put offers on it, and we're just getting offers all day on those. So it's a very good shoe. So if you guys can get those cheap, I mean, even $60 or under, it's a very good deal on those. But
all right, quick video.
Yeah, very quick video. They don't want to make this too long. They don't want to drag it out because I mean it's very self-explanatory here. But I'd love to continue this series going with this specific guy. So hopefully we'll be back with the Ultra Boost in another video. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back soon. Peace.
Deuces.